All right, looking at the back half of the first FRQ on AP Prep number 5. This thing is asking me to, this thing is asking me to take a function. It's g of negative 2x multiplied by h of x. And I would like to find the derivative of that function at 2. And so let's take a look at that. So I have that over here. And again, I'm being asked to find m prime of 2. So I need the derivative, okay? Notice we have a product of two different functions, okay? So this is a product rule question. The product rule says take the derivative of the first times the second plus the first times the derivative of the second, that type of setup. And of course, we also have an inside function here, so we're going to have to pay attention to the chain rule. So how do you take the derivative of something? You take the derivative of the outside function, that's g prime. The inside function doesn't change, so that's negative 2x. You multiply by the derivative of the inside function, which is negative 2. Okay? So derivative of the first term, which we just did, times the second, so that's going to be times h of x. Okay? And then we're going to do the second half here. We're going to do plus the first term, g of negative 2x. And then we're going to multiply by the derivative of the second term, which is going to be h prime of x, okay? And in this case, we want to find m prime of 2. And so we're just going to substitute that in and see what we get here. So if we substitute in 2 here, we're going to get negative 2 times g prime of negative 4 times h of 2 plus g of, we sub in 2 here, that's going to be g of negative 4 and h prime of 2. Okay, so let's go take a look at these tables and things here and see what we've got. Those g values, we've got a g prime of negative 4. G prime of negative 4, if you look at the table there, is negative 1. Okay, and we have a g of negative 4. G of negative 4 is 5. Okay, and then we want h of 2. H of 2, this slope here is, if you notice your rise and your run, you're going down 1 over 3. So that means you're going down a third over 1, down a third over 1. So that should be negative 2/3 there. Or you could write the equation of that line. The equation of that line would be y equals negative 1/3 x, and you can substitute in 2. So anyway, h of 2 is going to be, nice little algebra 1 problem there, 2/3. And then back here, h prime of 2 is going to be the slope when x is equal to 2. The slope there is just negative 1/3. Okay, so we can fill that in and should be able to work all this out and get a final answer. Let's see. We've got negative 1 times 2/3, so that's negative 2/3. And we've got negative 1/3 times 5, that's negative 5/3. And let's see, if I did everything right there, I get negative 7/3, which does not does not sound like what I remember the answer being. Let's take a look there. Nope, that's not what the answer is. Let's see. Well, here's one thing. I forgot the negative 2 here. So it's negative 2 times negative 1 is 2. 2 times 2/3 is 4/3. Sorry about that. So 4/3 minus 5/3 should be equal to negative 1/3. Yeah, be careful there. Don't lose that constant of 2 out there in front. And so if we go back and look, well, that's not right either. What? Let's see. Oh. Sorry, h of 2 is negative 2/3. I'm going to get this. Now, these are tricky. Even if you know what you're doing, these are tricky. Okay, so anyway, negative 2 times negative 1 is 2. 2 times negative 2/3 is negative 4/3. Okay, we get negative 5/3 for the other. Oh, look, it's negative 9/3, which is equal to negative 3. Okay, that's the correct answer. And now you can see here, by the way, we are up to 3 points additional for that. So we're up to 7 points now on this FRQ. Okay. let's go on to the last part of this. Okay. I think I'm actually going to take a look at this in the next video.